Hi everyone, this is Noniko. Today we're going to talk about the 10 tips for college freshmen in the music department. I hope this comes in handy for you. If you have any questions during the video, just leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. So because there are tons of high quality back to school videos on YouTube already, I am actually going to skip those for today and I'll give you the links of the videos that I found are super helpful in the description so you can check them out later. Today is about how you can start well for a successful 4 years in the music school. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1 is to do auditions and competitions around the country a lot. This is especially important if your dream career is to be a soloist, playing orchestra, or teaching, because you need these credentials for the particular roles you want, and unfortunately you don't have forever to collect them. So try not to be a drama queen or king over the result, because the point of doing it a lot is actually for your own benefit, like establishing your name among the juries and become super comfortable in a competitive environment. And also, most competitions have age limits, especially the bigger ones, so you want to give yourself enough time to grow, to practice, and to eventually get the prizes you want. Tip number 2 is to take at least one course outside of music school every semester. Don't just be comfortable with your degree requirements and think that all those empty hours are just yours to goof around. When you take classes outside of music, it gives you a whole new perspective of how the world operates. And it's a skill that's so unnoticeable at the moment, but it pays off in the long term of your entire career. Plus, it's just a lot of fun and you get to meet people from all other backgrounds that, trust me, it might come in handy down the road. So my next tip is actually a follow-up from the previous one. I personally recommend taking at least 2 to 3 classes from your business school. And if you're not good with numbers like me, just take those marketing class that focuses on interpersonal skill and communication. The reason for that is because having the skills of how to sell and how the general market works benefits literally whatever you want to do. Even in music, you need to know how to market yourself as the business of one from the moment you are in public. And this is why I'm suggesting this to you as a freshman, because mastering these skills take time and practice. You definitely don't want to come across as fake. So it's like the onstage performance charm, something that you have to fake it till you make it. So just keep this in your radar throughout your time in college, and I promise it will pay off huge in the years to come. Tip number 4 is to become the master of scattered time. Unlike high school, you're now dealing with a schedule that might have 1-hour breaks here and there. Even after you're done with the day, you might have group meetings, chamber practice, part-time work, and other things that demands of your time. So be diligent in breaking down your to-do list, including practice time, and utilize those 1-hour chunks smart. My next tip is to utilize all the resources that your school offer. I don't know about your school, but generally speaking, our tuition covers more than just credit hours. And if you think about how much you're paying already, you should feel comfortable asking for the helps that you need. And this really goes hand in hand with venturing outside of music department too, because oftentimes there might be departments that offer fundings for certain projects that you can take advantage of as long as you're collaborating with someone from that department. So definitely be curious into that. And also, let's just be honest, music school will almost never be the wealthy department among whichever university you go to, depending on how you manage to turn that situation into your advantage. So definitely look into that. Tip number 6 is do not overlook the part-time jobs you're taking. Now, most of you will probably start looking or thinking about taking some part-time jobs, and it's definitely good training besides the extra money you earn, but you should also put more thoughts into what works you're taking. The best thing about being a college student is really the ability to just say, I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. Please give me a chance to prove myself. So use that to the maximum. If you see a job you like and it's actually adding points to your future resume, I would say just go for it. Like pay a visit to the office, send an email to ask for more info, or just stop by their open house day if it's a lab. The point is, if it's a role that actually benefits your future resume, it's always worth the extra effort because you never know where it will take you. And by all means, if you like restaurant works, just go for it. I'm just suggesting that you're putting in the time anyway, so it might as well be something that can help you get closer to your goal in college. Tip number 7 is that GPA is not your most important thing anymore. I know this sounds a bit counterintuitive, and I definitely don't mean getting an F in every class is okay. I just want you to know that a 3.6 isn't gonna come across that differently from a 3.9 anymore, and you definitely don't need to push yourself into depression for a 4.0. When you're choosing between an easy A GPA boost class where you literally don't need to do much work versus a new interesting class that requires more work from you because you're learning a new skill, I will always suggest a new and interesting one. A disclaimer, this tip does not apply on your ensemble and private lesson. Following to tip number 8 is to play like a pro whenever you have the chance to play. Now, this is super important because you will start getting paying gigs or start playing in orchestras. And the number one thing that will turn people off on you as a musician immediately is you acting unprofessional. Because there are just so much to say about what's professionalism for musicians, I'm just going to offer you something quick and easy to remember in this video. If you're on time, you're late. Showed up, play your part, and leave. Nothing more, nothing less. Be overly prepared and never sight read on a rehearsal. Like never. My 9th advice for you is to find a community that you belong to. It can be dance club, study group, church group, library buddies, or anything. Just make sure that you find and develop a community of supportive friends. Like everyone is going to say, oh, you gotta learn how to operate on your own. And I think just being a musician, we learn that much more naturally than everybody else. So my tip is actually encouraging you so that you have supports and friends to go through this college journey together, and you can become friends for life. The final tip I'm going to send you off with is that remember, the upcoming 4 to 5 year is going to be the golden years in your life, entering the best years to try as many different things as you like and have that free pass to fail, to say I don't know, and to reach out to the super higher ups and get their interest just because you're a student. So don't waste it. Make it a time that you will be proud of after every semester. Make something that defines you. If you sort of know what you want out of college, I suggest to go all in because honestly, it goes by so fast. You don't even realize how fast it goes by. So make the most out of it. Set big goals for yourself and never take a no for now. So yeah, go out, have fun, make some friends. They will last you for a lifetime. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.